I'm definitely trying to do too much this month, but we will see how I manage. I do have some that are on the aim for list rather than the strict TBR. Hey folks, it's Abby, and for my TBR this month I have, of course, my own monthly books that I want to read, a buddy read with a friend, but also Charlie Brooke Reads is doing the Books for Bowel Cancer read-along, and I want to join in with that and join in with the prompts. So that adds an extra dimension to the whole thing. One of the prompts is to treat yourself. I'm sure I will inevitably end up doing that in the month of April because I treat myself far too frequently. So let's dive in to the other prompts. This book is counting for the prompt of reading something that is outside of your comfort zone, different to what you normally read, and this is contemporary YA. This was gifted to me by my childhood best friend, so I did not look into what it's about. But I'm going to read this one. I think it's contemporary YA, and I do not read much YA, let alone contemporary. So this should be great for counting for that. I literally know nothing. Oh, I don't think it's contemporary. In a couple of pages he'll be dead and he was never the same after that. Well, I don't read a lot of YA anyway, so it'll count. I'm trying to read from my physical TBR, and so stuff that I don't read that's different to the norm can be difficult to find. I guess, why didn't I look into this more? I guess I could do Blue Gold by Clive Cussler. This is a environmental based, like, man's book. This is an unhaul from my dad. So I guess if this is not contemporary, this is just throwing everything out of whack for the first fucking book. If this isn't contemporary, which I don't think because it says, in a couple of pages he'll be dead, and he was never the same after that. So either this young boy has a mental condition, or it's fantasy. And if that's the case, then I will instead switch to one of these. I have a few of them. I've got The Devil's Sea by Clive Cussler, Crazy House by James Patterson, and The 20th Victim by James Patterson. I don't read them very often. When I do read them, it's because my dad has unhauled them, and I just take them for no good reason. I really should let him just unhaul them to the charity shop. So one of these two will be my read for reading something that is outside of my usual comfort zone and different to my norm. Then there is a prompt to read a book that is over 400 pages, and this just so happens to work out for me this month that The Fifth Elephant by Terry Pratchett comes up on Goodreads as over 400 pages. And this is the 5th? It doesn't say. That's very inconvenient of you. I'm not sure. It's a Vimes one, so it's back to the City Watch. I know nothing. I don't care what the Discworld books are about, I just read them. I literally have no clue from the tiny synopsis on the flap what this Discworld novel is about, but it's about sandbimes, it's going to be a City Watch one, I enjoy them all, and yeah, I don't actually read these editions, these are my partner's editions, and not all of them are, but many of them are signed and personalised, and they are from, like, they are original from the date, and so I don't want to ruin them, so I don't read them. So I will be listening to an audiobook instead, but yes, apparently this is over 400 pages, so wonderful. And then the final two prompts I'm doing together, and that is a book with red on the cover and a book that you've been avoiding, and I'm doing one of my 10 books to read in 2025, and that's going to be Cilka's Journey by Heather Morris. I have been avoiding these books because I have another one as well. I have 3 sisters like the plague. I've obviously been avoiding all of my books on this expiry list. I read The Tattooist of Auschwitz as an e-arc on NetGalley, and so obviously it's been a while since this one was then published, so I have been hoarding this one since its publication date, when? 2019. And The Tattooist of Auschwitz absolutely fucking broke me, and I was sobbing to the point where I was at uni at the time, yes, it was that long ago, and the lad in the room next door came and was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, no. So that's one reason I put this off. Another is that there have been some controversies around Heather Morris and her utilisation of people who were in the concentration camps for these stories. I, truthfully, haven't looked much into it because this gift was a present from my parents, and I'm always very like, I must keep presents from my mum and dad. So I'm going to read this regardless because I already own it, but I will then look into the issue. Luckily it's big writing, so I should hopefully get through this relatively quickly. But yeah, so it's red and I've been avoiding it because it's going to break me. Okay, there's 2 more regular books, and then I have 3 arcs. The 3 arcs are really the problem, and this is my own fault primarily. So, not this one, but what's it? Monsters of Men. There we go. Monsters of Men, the 3rd book in the Chaos Walking trilogy, is obviously on my TBR for April. I have actually just finished, as of filming, the day before filming, I finished the Ask and the Answer, and this series, I don't know why I'm holding this up because I'm gonna put the picture up of Monsters of Men. This series is so good, and how dare he? God damn it, Patrick Ness! And I can't believe that I never read anything from him when I was in the age range for YA, because I would have been obsessed with his writing. But unfortunately, I waited until I was 28, so here we are! But yeah, this series, in the 1st book, we follow a young boy named Todd, and he is living on this otherworldly planet where you can hear the noise of other people, you can hear other people's thoughts. And he's actually in a village that is all 100% male, and then when he's out in the woods he finds this weird patch of noiselessness, and it turns out that it's actually a girl and women have no noise on this planet. I don't even know how to delve into this. It's a discussion on patriarchy and misogyny, also on war and mankind, and it's just a really well done series, so I do need to grab myself physical copies. I'm not wearing my ring. Ah. And then the last book before the arcs, and that is Heavenly Tyrant by Xiran Zhao. I am so excited for this. This was gifted to me by the wonderful Carrie from Caring for Books, and we are going to be buddy reading it. I have tapped it up. I am ready. I am prepared. I am excited for this. This is the sequel to Iron Widow, brain fart. And in that book we follow a young woman who is escaping from her small town and ends up in this weird world where these men control these mechs, like giant robots that you sit inside and control them to fight battles for the society, and the women are used as kind of like an energy leech, and obviously this is not seen as a good thing by the women. And so our main character like fights against that and fights against the kind of enslavement that happens to these women that they're supposed to be grateful for, and there's a lot. I'm very bad at describing books. Why do I have a booktube channel? Because I never stop talking, that's why. I'm excited to read this. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. We've been waiting obviously a while for it because Xiran Zhao did not have the finances to be able to just sit and write, and I'm so excited that they have finally been able to do this and we get the gorgeous result. Then for the arcs, so these are all from the lovely folks over at Book Break, so a big gifted here. These are all given to me from them. Thank you so much, folks. The first one was unsolicited, and that is The Quiet by Barnaby Martin. A silenced world, a child in danger, a mother's love can be deafening. Isaac is my entire world. I know that my son is gifted and that those gifts make him vulnerable. To keep him safe, I spend every waking moment by his side. If I let my guard down, let him out of my sight, let him show what he's capable of, he will be taken from me. You have no idea what I've had to do to keep him safe. I have no idea. I've got no clue what I'm going into with this one, so I'm not entirely sure what this book is about still, even with reading that synopsis, but I am intrigued. So I'm looking forward to picking this one up, and it is publishing on the 15th of May. Then on to 2 books that I did actively request. The first one is The Sun, Blessed Prince by Lindsay Byrd. What is Life Without Death? Hello, it's me. That tagline is me. Divided by war, united by fate. So there is a prince whose touch creates life and brings people back to life. And there's a soldier chosen from death, a reaper who can kill with a single touch, but doesn't manage to kill this brings life prince. And it's a whole story around that. That sounds utterly up my alley, and I'm very excited for it. This one is publishing some point in May. It doesn't say on here. How rude. And then the final book that I am looking to read in April is Normally Weird and Weirdly Normal, My Adventures in Neurodiversity by Robin Ince. This is a non-fiction all about being neurodivergent. I believe he's ADHD? Yes! He got diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 52. This is publishing on the 1st of May, and each of these chapters in the book talks about a different section of how his ADHD impacts his life. So conversation, work, hoarding, collecting obsessions, politics and kindness, the couch, diagnosis, what do I do about it? And I think this is going to be a very interesting read, and I am looking forward to diving into this, and it works out quite handily because I do enjoy having a non-fiction on my monthly TBR. And these are the books that I'm hoping to read in April, so it should be an interesting one. Obviously these top two are the last that are going to be read, realistically, but I hope I am able to get to them, because I would like to fully join in with the books for Bowel Cancer read along, and also they are on my TBR. It would be good to get to them. I will of course have Charlie linked down below in her video so you can go and see that yourself if you would like to join in. And I would love to know in the comments down below if you've read any of these, and if so, what you think I should pick up first. Obviously I'll be picking up The Heavenly Tyrant because we're going to start buddy reading it on the 1st of April. But for everything else, what should I pick up alongside Heavenly Tyrant? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, folks. If you'd like to see how I manage with my reading in April, or how I did manage with my reading in March, then please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like if you enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!